Hi guys, it's Charlie Tango 1994 back with another YouTube video. I've been having a right old clear out in my Radio Shack and moved most of the rigs out of the way. So I wanted to shoot a couple of different YouTube videos for some of the gear that I'm planning to sell, and also while I'm having a kind of reorganisation and pulling the cables out and stuff. I thought I'd just show you some stuff really. So what we're going to have a look at today is my little CB radio burner, little amplifier, the KL203P. Very popular little burner as far as I can make out. I think they sell on eBay for around about 45-50 quid, something like that, although I managed to pick mine up a little bit cheaper. It is pretty useful. When I got my first sideband radio, I thought I'd get myself a little burner just to help add a little bit of weight to my signal. As I say, I picked this one up fairly cheap, or less than sort of the going rate anyway, which is good. And this particular model is the one with the preamp on it, the 203P. There's also a 203 and a KL200. Look fairly similar, apart from the fact that I think the 200 doesn't have the preamp on it. It's only got 2 buttons on it rather than the 3. But altogether a nice little piece of kit. Although I'll tell you more towards the end of the video. I think I've got a bit of a problem with my one. Anyway, let me just talk you through how it works. Show you really first of all how it's connected. So if I pull a few bits back a sec, you can see this is my antenna, so that runs out into the garden connected to my half wave, and then this one is just a little patch lead that runs into the back of the CB radio itself. So this is actually doing the job of adding the additional power. In terms of operation, if you want just the preamp on, you do that, and you see the light is green, and there's a little explanation there of what each of the colours means. So when it's green, the preamp is turned on. Now I don't think there is a signal there, but it's not very strong. Now, certainly when I first got it, when I switched that off and on, you could see the needle kind of bounce up, probably by 2 signal marks, so adds like signal strength by using the preamp, strengthens the signal coming in. You know, that's it doing its job. The thing that I would say about it though is, in amplifying the signal, it's not just the sound, if you like, any kind of background noise or kind of static or whatever also gets amplified. So sometimes, depends on the signal, it helps, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it just makes more noise than a clearer signal. So with it set on preamp, and then for kind of the outbound leg, if you switch the amp on, then that is, you know, when I key up, that's pushing out, as it's set up, 50 watts. So the information that I gleaned from the website was that with a standard 4 watt rig like this, legal 4 watt output, it'd be pushing out 50 watts. If you were pushing 10 watts, then it would amp up to 100 watts, and on sideband it will go up to 200 watts. Same business if I just switch it, so that's with both the preamp and the amp on. Kind of looks green in the camera, but it's orange at the moment, and then that's just the preamp on itself by itself, and then just the amp by itself. and you've got the switch between sideband and AM FM. Yeah. So I was going to say though, as I sort of showed to you there, for the last couple of weeks anyway, I'm not really noticing, certainly on the preamp, much improvement. So I don't know if maybe something's gone wrong in there. In watching a few other YouTube videos and kind of reading up on it a bit, it's fairly common that the preamp, something inside burns out or something goes wrong. So I'm not sure it's working, certainly the preamp, if the preamp's working as it should be. So I am going to stick this up on eBay. I won't ask a lot for it to start with, probably start the bidding at like 10 quid or something like that, just to see. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of it anyway, probably buy something bigger at a later stage. So stick it up on eBay, see what I can get for it basically. But I think the amp itself, you know, for pushing the signal out, it works fine, but I'm not convinced that the preamp is doing the job. So if you know how to fix it, easy for you guys to open it up and replace whatever capacitor or whatever's gone. Failing that, just use it as an amplifier without the preamp, and that'll give you, as I say, 100 watts on AM FM if you're pushing 10 watts, and 200 watts with an input of 20 watts on the old sideband. Alright guys, so that's the RM KL203P going up on eBay fairly soon. Cheers guys.